Hey everybody, hello, how are you? Thank you for stopping by my channel today. My name is Cheryl Horvath and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Woodinville, Washington. Today I'm going to be unboxing one of our latest kits from our kits collection. This one is called The Best Remedy. It just came out a few weeks ago, I think, and it's super cute. And I had to have it because this dumb virus is starting to sneak back in again. And so I've had more people than I'd care to fall sick again. So I've got some folks lined up that I want to send some of these cards to, and I thought these would really make their day. So at any rate, this kit is called The Best Remedy. It sells for $23, and we're going to open it up and see what it's all about. So this is what it looks like when you open it up. This kit comes with a full stamp set, all the supplies you need to make 9 greeting cards, and an ink spot, and also a acrylic stamping block. So it's what we call an all-inclusive inking or stamping kit. There are kits that are not stamping kits. So for example, the Nourish and Flourish kit that's currently available right now is nothing but pre-cut pieces and card bases and envelopes. You don't have to stamp anything. You basically assemble and put it together, and they're really beautiful cards too. So, but today this is a stamping kit, and so let me grab a piece of white paper so that you can see what's going on here. It's maybe a little hard to see. I've tried not to get the glare. So you've got lots of sentiments. Sorry, life stinks sometimes. This is kind of hard to read. A little birdie told me you were under the weather. Feel better soon. I'm here for you. Even though this stinks, ... Ice cream is the best remedy. Well, that stinks. This one up here. Yeah, this is super hard to read. Sorry, I didn't mean to stutter through that. And then you've got this cute little squirrel guy, or I think it's a skunk, with an ice cream cone, a pint of ice cream, a little ice pack for his head, and a little pot of flowers. So we'll go through this in a second so that you can see them more clearly, but that's the stamp set that comes with the kit. You get a Starry Sky ink spot. This is one of the new in colors that just came out. So that comes with it. And then let's get rid of the box and open this up. Everything comes cello wrapped, so it stays in good condition. Nothing's shifting around in the mail when you're waiting for this kit to show up. So that's nice. And then it's always got a big piece of chipboard. It's not really cardboard. I think it's chipboard in the back to obviously support everything. But I save these. I make projects out of them, or I think the examples show that you can use this as your stamping platform when you're stamping with the kit. You can obviously do that too. So the kit comes with a full set of instructions, looks like. These are the designed cards. Little birdie told me that you were under the weather. Even though this stinks, I'm here for you. Ice cream is the best remedy for this. So I love that. You've got, much like our paper pumpkin kits, you've got full color instructions on what to do for each card. And then here's all the supplies on the back. And then the coordinating colors you can find right here. Basic gray, crushed curry, green apple green, polished pink, pool party, and starry sky. So those are the coordinating colors that go with this kit. Okay. So here's a little pack of goodies that includes, like I said earlier, your acrylic block. These are nice and thick. Your hands don't get in the way. A page of dimensionals, and it looks like you've got some cute little embellishments here. Some flat floral stickers and some sequins that are adhesive bagged, so you don't have to add the glue yourself. They're awesome. You always have coordinating envelopes with our kits. It looks like there's 3 different ones here. Very nice. And then your card bases, there should be 9 of them. You've got a green. There's stuff in between here. You've got a green. And then you have a plain pool party, I would guess. And then this is fun. This is rainbow stripes. So those are your card bases. You get 3 of each. If you want to get creative and think outside the box, you can even do things like cut these in half. Use white card bases from your own stash, and then if you cut these in half, you basically double your card fronts if you want to. The cutouts that come with this are fun. You get 3 sheets of this big heart with a polka dot and a solid green. And then you get 3 sheets of little critters. Cute. Like so. Okay, so that's the kit. I think we should make a card. Should we make a card? Let's make one. I've got time. Husband's not going to be home for a few more minutes. And I got to get him his lunch. Oh, there's more stuff back here. I missed it. So these are little embossed pages. I don't know if you can see the embossing on them. Little loop-de-loops in the polished pink. These are your sentiment pieces. So this is what you stamp on for your sentiments that go on the front of your card. And these are all pre-die cut, so you just punch them out. And then this looks like additional panels that you use for decoration on your card front. Okay, so let's make a card. Let's see, which one should we do? How about the little birdie? We'll do that one first. So, following the instructions, which I usually don't do, I normally just kind of dive right in. So these are all the pieces that you need to make this card. So let's gather those up first. So we're going to need a pool party background. We're going to need one of these guys. Then we're going to need, sorry for my arm getting in the way, we're going to need a green piece. You just pop right out. Super simple. Then it looks like we need one of those sentiments from here. Like so. We need the little birdie. And then we're going to use a little birdie told me sentiment, which is right here. And we're going to put that on our block. I like to put the sentiment down on the desk first, so that you don't, if you do it like this, you might have a tendency to get it on there wonky. So if you just set it straight down and then press, you have a better chance of it coming through straight without the rubber bending at all. Okay, so this is basically telling you everything that you need. Then you're going to flip up to this page, which tells you how to assemble it. So this is saying first thing you want to do is stamp your sentiment. So let's do that. We're going to pretend that I don't have anything else except for this kit, so I'm not going to bring out my Stampin' Pierce mat. I'm going to use this. A lot of people like to take these kits on the go, camping, little mini vacations, or when they're visiting family. And so this chipboard piece acts as kind of a mat for you to stamp on. So I'm not going to actually open this because I saved these for gifts for people, because I have a full-size one. So this is going to go into my bucket of free gift stuff, and then I'm going to use my full size. So I always like to put my hand across the rubber stamps when they're brand new before they're used, Something about the oils on your skin, it kind of makes the ink adhere a little bit better to it. If you are stamping and you still feel like it's like the ink isn't adhering to the rubber well enough, like sometimes it can give you a splotchy look, just stamp it out a few times and kind of like season it like you would season a cast iron skillet. That's what I refer to it as. Okay, so we're just going to line this up. Very simple. Give it a little press. There. Sentiment is stamped. Close this before I put my fingers in it. Then the instructions tell you to, what this means is you're going to want to take this panel, and these dark circles means those are glue dots. And these light, let's see, I've got ink on me already. These light round or empty out circle outlines are actually hexagon outlines. Those mean put dimensionals. So the solid colors are glue dots, and the just the outline of the hexagon means dimensionals. So we're going to put glue dots. Let's set this up there. Bring this back in. We're going to put glue dots where they tell us to on the blue panel and this green panel. So the glue dots that come in the kit are here. I've got a bunch started already though, so I'm going to try to use up what I have before starting a new sheet. These glue sheets come in handy when, like I said, you're on the go when you're traveling. But let me show you what my trick for getting them off is. You can use a couple of different ends. Sometimes the putty end works great, and I just push them off and I grab it and I set it. If you take them with your hands, it's kind of, see, it's hard to get them. I can't even get it off my fingernail. It's hard to get them in the right position. So this little tool, this is called the Take Your Pick tool, has a putty end, has a pointy end, and it has a spatula end. And that was actually the other way I was going to show you. So the putty end is my favorite way to apply the glue dots, because you just literally just slide them right off. I don't know if I can show you that. So I'm just putting pressure and pushing at the edge of it and sliding it right off. And then you're going to just place it down. The other way you can do is the spatula end and scoop it up and put it down like that. So we'll do a few like that. Actually, I'm doing 2 extra glue dots than I was told to do per the instructions, but that's okay. They usually give you extra. So now that these are applied, well, let's do this one here. So this calls for 4. The spatula end is actually super easy too. Sometimes I forget it's there because it's usually the pointy end is facing out on mine, but okay. So now these are ready to go, and then I switch over to the pointy end and I flick them off. Just like that. Now they go everywhere, but that's just the price you pay for crafting. I have a little tool I'll show you in just a second that I use for grabbing these small pieces. So flick all these adhesive backs off. Sometimes they flick far away. Look, that one just went clear across the table. Like so. And then it wants us to put it down onto the Pool Party card base, which is right here. Some people leave the card bases unfolded until the very end. I like to fold mine right away. And I'm going to just give it a good burnish with my bone folder. Like so. Alright, so the instructions say to put the blue one down first. So we're going to grab that. And put this down. Looks like to be, just follow the picture and the guidelines of what they show you. So it looks like they leave just a little skinny border here on the right. And then this gets planted looks like into the center, like so. And then I have this tool, if this bothers you. This is called a Tihu. It's a little desk vacuum cleaner. It's super cute. So it will pick up all of those little pieces. And then to clean it, you just push down and you've got all the stuff in there. And you just pop that into your garbage. It's really cute. I'll link this on Amazon. You guys will love it. Okay. So the next thing it tells you to do is we're going to put dimensionals on our little birdie and our sentiment, and I think this card's done. So this is how fast these come together. So here's our little birdie. Again, I've got dimensionals up the yin-yang, so I'm going to use the package that I've already started, and I like to use the tweezers a lot when I'm crafting. So I'm just following the guidance of where they want you to place the dimensionals. And then also on the sentiment, which is right here, put one on each end, like so. And then pull these guys off. And we're going to put her right about there. And you can either follow the directions exactly. They don't have her standing on the sentiment, so I won't either. But you could slide it under her if you wanted it to look like she was standing on it. That'd be kind of cute. So just want to make sure I get that straight. There. So there's our first card. Super cute. Then you can just write your little message inside. If you wanted to stamp something else inside, you could. This would be kind of fun too. I like to add a second layer to the inside of my cards. This is a different color white. So this is basic white, and this is manufactured somewhere else, so the whites don't match perfectly. If that bothers you, then the trick to fixing that is to back it, the white, with another color match. So, for example, I just happen to have this handy. That was because the colors even match. Look, so you could back it with the blue mat and place it down, and then that makes the difference of the whites a little less noticeable. But I'm not going to be that fussy for this one. So I would just put this down. I'm going to cut it down first. Take a 1/4 inch off 2 sides. So that it becomes, instead of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, it becomes 4 by 5 1/4. So you've got a little small border around it. But you could take one of these cute little stamps in here. Here's a flower pot one. Let's do that. Let's ink this one up. And you can either use the color that comes in the kit, which is the Starry Sky, or you could use black, Memento Black, and, well, you could color it in either way. Let's give this a test drive here. That looks good. That's a super cute flower. And just pop that in the corner. And then we're going to assume you don't have any more, I would normally use just a tape runner. My Stampin' Seal to put this down, but we're pretending like these are the only supplies that we have to use, so. Like so. Then let's flick these off. Okay. And then put this down in the center of your card. It just gives it a little bit more of a finished look. Cute, huh? These are adorable. Love it. Do you want to do one more? Let's do. Okay, the next card calls for card number 2. Calls for these supplies here. So we're going to grab the green card base. I'm going to fold that. Then we need the heart. And then we need the little skunk. And we need a sentiment. And it also, this one shows that it's going to use 3 of the flowers. So it's going to use 3 of these guys. Okay. That's everything we need. Now here are the instructions. Move that out of the way. Put this here. So it wants you to stamp on the heart, or it wants you to stamp, it wants you to stamp on the heart, and it wants you to stamp on the sentiment. So let me, if you don't have a chamois to clean your stamps with, a baby wipe works great. Something that doesn't have a lot of fibers in it so it doesn't get stuck on the rubber stamp. Okay, we're going to put this one back. And it calls for I'm here for you. Nope, that's not it. This one here. I'm here for you. Let's get our starry sky out. And we're going to season it a little bit. Just rub it under your skin. Let's test it out. That looks good. Good. Okay, set that aside. Let's clean this off. Put this back, and then here it wants you to stamp even though this stinks, which is this guy right here. Oh, I forgot to rub it on my hands. But look, it doesn't even need it. That's good. Okay, so grab our heart, and on the left-hand side, just like that. Cute font on this. Okay, clear that off. And now we grab, this is going to be a landscape card, so not like this, but like this. And we are going to put the 3 dots on the back. Uh-oh, I grabbed a sequin by mistake. Get back. Okay. So just 3. Oh, my putty's not cooperating with me. Maybe I should use the... This end seemed to work really good on the first card. We'll go with it. Okay. Let's get these off. Can I flick them off? Oh, I can. Look at that. They flick good with the spatula. Okay, this goes down in the center, like so. Then they want you to pop up the skunk with dimensionals. So we're going to get that ink out of the way because I think I just got ink on me again. And they want us to put 3 dimensionals on him. I'm going to put one more in the center just so he doesn't sag. Sometimes when things go through the mail, they get scrunched through the mail machine, and if you don't have quite enough dimensionals on it. Sometimes it can buckle and wrinkle up on you. So this is going to go right here. And then for the sentiment, because this guy's popped up, but he's going to hang off over here, you're going to put just a dimensional on this side and then a little dot right there to hold him down. And can I use my tweezers too? I can. These tweezers really are handy. I love them. They're super cheap on Amazon too. I'll link them for you. Let's see. This is going to go, you don't want to cover up his little flower pot. So let's say we go right about there. Okay, card number 2 is done. Even though this stinks, I'm here for you. And see the flowers, you could put carry the flowers over again to the inside. And if you didn't want to add that insert, just stamp it right on the, you could put it, let's put it down here in the right hand corner. Like so. Cute, I love it. Okay, there's our second card. Card number 3. I'm really glad I got this kit. I almost didn't. Card number 3 has the fun rainbow base. And then it's got the pink here and the yellow polka dot. And then we're going to use the square sentiment. They do give you, you notice you get 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you mess one up, you've got an extra, but also if you mess one up, they're two-sided. So don't forget that. And then, where's my, well, she might be my favorite character of the 3. She's really cute. Come on. There we go. His tail's looped on everything. Okay, so those are the pieces we need. And then going back to the directions, we're going to stamp. And that block is, here we go. The stamp they want me to use is Ice Cream is the Best Remedy. Again, I somehow, oh, you know what? We forgot the flowers on, was there flowers on him? Yeah, we forgot the flowers, and let's do that real fast. So they put flowers here, here, and here. I'm going to use my putty end for this. So one there, and looks like they put one right here. I'm going to actually change and put it there. And then they used 3 sequins. Oops. Where'd they put the sequins? They put one right here. They put another one, I'm going to put it right there. Where's the other one? I see only 2 in the picture. But for some reason it's showing they use 3, so where should we put this other one? Let's put it down here. Somehow I got a sequin on his face. That wasn't meant to go there. It landed exactly on his cheek too. That's funny. Okay, so here he is, all sequined up. That's cute. Okay, so now back to here. We're stamping the sentiment. That's what we were doing. And that was using this stamp right here. Let's test it. Good, good. Looks good. That's all the stamping there is. Let's see. Yeah. So then we're going to glue up this guy. Set that aside. We're going to put glue dots on all corners of these guys here. I was recently visiting my parents in Michigan, and I took a kit with me. Oddly enough, I am the only one that's remotely crafty in my family. I thought I could actually convince somebody to sit with me and enjoy putting together some cards, but no, it's just me. I was the only one that got the gene. Isn't that funny? They're all like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm making cards." Okay, this looks like it's not quite in the center. It looks like it's down, just down a little south of center, like so. And then we're going to grab her and put more dimensionals on. Looks like they've got one on each ear. I'm going to put one in the center. And then you notice that's a half dimensional. You can cut them off the sheets so that you use even the borders. Let's see, do I need this one? I need it here. And we're going to use an extra. So I just do a little slit and then pull it off. They're not as pretty as the hexagon ones, but they work just the same. My computer's dinging. Okay, so now it wants you to put the little mouse down first. And she's off to the left. So see how I use the tweezers to, rather than using my hands, because when I'm doing this, my hand is actually now blocking this side of the card. And so I can't see it as well to position it. When I have the tweezers, I can see how much space is left over here. So that's why I just always position things down and I place them with a tweezers, if you were wondering. I've got kind of chubby hands, so they get in the way. Okay, here is the sentiment. And we're going to peek this up a little bit on top and a little bit on bottom, so just center it. Like so. And then we have sequins on here too. I just have sequins everywhere sticking to me. So we have one here and one here. And there's big ones and little ones, so you can pay attention to. Oh, there's a couple down here too. Okay. Cute. Now, because I know there's an ice cream stamp, and she's got ice cream is the best remedy, we're going to take this little guy and put him on a block. It's an ice cream cone, if you couldn't see that. Now I wonder if you stamped two, would it be cute? Or should we just stamp one? I think we should just stamp one. And we'll do down here. No, I want to do two. Yeah, I'd like to. All right, so this is the card kit, you guys. Remedy, the best remedy. Here are the finished cards. Whoops, don't need that. Here are the finished cards. I'm gonna get all my stuff out of the way. $23. Make 9 cards, and you always have a get well card on hand when you need it. So I hope you enjoyed making these cards with me today. If you have any questions, please drop me a message. Let me know. I'll try to link everything in the below for you, so you have an easy click to it. Would love for you to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Even better if you share this video, that helps too. It just lets YouTube know that you guys like me. I hope you do anyway. All right, so that's it for me. I am going to clean up my mess and move on to the next project. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.